Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Worst Ultimates Batula figure from Super7. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, Batula here looks pretty damn good. Just a really cool idea, and I mean, obviously based off Dracula. So our main look here is kind of a tux. We got kind of the bolo tie here, gold with the X there. A little bit of sloppy paint going on here with the ties for the bolo tie. So that's unfortunate. Really not clean here at the kind of centerpiece of the chest at all, which is unfortunate. Then we get some buttons here, not painted in or anything like that. Then we get the pants, and silhouette overall I think is very, very nice. Just kind of, once you get a little too close up on it, it kind of start to see the seams or the cracks, as it were. Then you see the back there. I got two buttons here on the back of I forget what these are called. And then we get that face sculpt, and face sculpt looks awesome. I mean, it's a screaming bat face, done very, very nicely, nice and expressive. I like the eyes, just have that nice intensity to them. I really like the touch of kind of teal going on here on the inside of the ears, just gives it a much different look than what you would expect. And obviously we get some sculpted in hair. No dry brush or wash or anything. A little bit of dry brush, actually. Never mind, take that back. But could probably do with a little bit more, especially when you get two accents like the hands, where I think that could have dealt with a little bit more to kind of bring it to life. We do get some details on the hands, so we do get his rings there, if this will focus at all. There we go. So you get this ring going on there on the right hand. And yeah, that'll pretty much do it for aesthetics. Accessories are where this figure really shines, so let's dive right in. And for hands, right out of the box, we do get a pair of grips. Then we get a pair of fists, and then my favorite, we get two bird flipping hands rather. That's awesome. Love that they did both left and right for this. So yeah, I don't think this is the only figure I have with that, and I will be using that excessively. So there's that. Then we get the heads. So as we looked at before, there's just kind of the yelling bat face, straight up. Again, that intensity. Then we get pretty much the same face, except with a whole bunch of blood on it, which is appropriate considering, vampire bat, etc. So very nice there. Then probably my favorite of the three, why I started the video with it in this head, we get the head pretty much the same sculpt as the other two, but with the sun blockers on there. Done very nicely. You can see they are a separate piece. They just kind of like go into his ears. These do not come off, so worth noting, but they got a nice gloss to them. So really like that. Then get onto the other accessories. So first we get a kind of bone cane sort of deal going on here, and you can see that seam because it is a sword cane. Unfortunately, this part is so thick, even the grips just don't really get it well. I think this should have gone down a little bit further, would have given more to hold on to. Otherwise it's just unwieldy, but really nice silver on that blade. And it is triangular, which works with here. So there's only one way for it to go in, and there you go. And it is nice and secure, like it doesn't fall out. So good work there. Then we get his cape, apparel piece, this really nice bright red. It is wired throughout, so got a wire on the bottom, wire coming up here. Then we get this nice gold clasp with the bat symbol there, nice and shiny. Really, really like that. And really just take the head off the figure, plop this down over it, and you're good to go. Then we get a goblet filled with blood. Very nice. It would have been awesome if that was translucent, but I can understand why they wouldn't do that, but it's really nice deep red. Then we get some jewels here on the side, and then just kind of nice gold look to it. Be careful with the stem. It seems to like bend and just kind of like stay in that position, so I'm a little afraid of breaking that, but it does fit into the hands nicely, so not too many worries about getting it in there. Then we get a vial or flask filled with blood. And so it's this red semi-translucent plastic with this like gold detail on the bottom. And then the top, which is a bat head, if I can get this focused properly. So really nice added little detail there. And this actually works in conjunction with this little anti-Bible with the upside down cross on it. And you can see there's a clasp here that does open. It falls off extremely easily, which is unfortunate. But that opens up, and we can see that little space. That's for our flask. It just fits right in there. That goes there. The thing, this kind of goes back on its hinge, and close that. Takes a little bit of work, but yeah, really just fantastic addition. So that will do it for accessories. Articulation balance here, definitely decent. Nothing fantastic, but you know, freestanding kicks, this actually took less time to get into than I thought it was going to. So fantastic there. Then we get our barbell from the body into the head, and not too much up, not too much down, unfortunately. I'm sure you could mod the peg to get a little bit more, especially where, you know, you might want to flying or running towards someone. So yeah, it's a little unfortunate that, yeah, you're just not really getting that movement. You do get rotation. We get hinge and swivel at the shoulders, coming out to a perfect T. We do get bicep swivel, which Super 7's been putting in more and more of the ultimates, which is kind of cool. But we got single jointed elbows, which bring us to there, just right at 90. We do get rotation there as well. Then we get hinge and swivel at the wrists. Pretty much sure they're all horizontal, no vertical. We get a ball joint here at the diaphragm, but it is unfortunately not going to do anything for us. Nothing front, nothing back. We get rotation basically. We do get a little bit of, we get rotation at the swivel at the waist as well. So this is kind of pointless, unfortunately. They left a little more room, or kind of changed the sculpt a little bit. Maybe that would have worked, but it is what it is. For our splits, we're coming out to here, not full splits, but still fantastic range. Front kick, not full 90, but getting close. We do get thigh swivel from that assembly up there. Legs are real interesting because they bend forward. And I saw this in another review. And yeah, so that's just awkward, kind of the way it's hit, but I'm assuming that's, actually they don't even come back that far. They don't even get full 90, so there's that. So real interesting range there. Those do rotate slightly, but they are running into the sculpt. Then we get point to be out there. Nothing really forward because we're running into the pants. And then we get some rocker. So that'll do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some other Super 7 Ultimates. With some domestics. With some imports. With some monsters. Finally, with articulated icons Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Worst Ultimates Batula figure from Super 7 is that this is a really fun figure overall. There's definitely some things that could have used some tightening up, like the paint, like the articulation, but the accessories are super fun. The figure itself is just an awesome idea. There's a level of kind of rough crassness to this that you don't really see in a lot of figures, so I totally respect that, and I think that's kind of awesome. Yeah, so I had to pick this up, and I'm definitely happy I have it. It's not perfect by any means, but I think if this is something that appeals to you and you kind of like this level of silliness and you can kind of overlook some of the kind of technical points, I think you'll have a lot of fun with this. Otherwise, it might be an easy pass. So I hope, in that, having said that, I kind of hope I helped you make that decision, and hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. So if that's the case, I hope to see you back here, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. And every October, I am always focusing on horror and horror adjacent figures as much as possible. I think I've done the best this month that I've done so far. So join me and let's just fully revel in the season and just escape the world for a while, look at the beautiful plastic. But at the end of the day, I really just hope that you are well, hope that all of your toy dreams come true, and most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird simians.